you guys are having a really, really great morning. So I don't know if you read the title, but today we are going to fire up the glutes, the booty. Probably been sitting a lot or laying a lot. So this class will be really great to kind of wake that part up and get a little kick into the booty. So we'll go ahead and let's start in child's pose. Come down onto the floor, bring the sit bones back towards the heels, and then you'll bring your heart down onto the thighs and your forehead onto the floor. And to start, you can have the arms extended out. You can have them along the side of the body, but do whatever feels good so you can start to arrive in this space. Take a few breaths here, softening the mind, and starting to arrive into your day. Even if you've been up for a little bit, maybe you've just been busy doing things, take this time to breathe into the day and become present. Take 2 more breaths. Take 1 more big breath in. And a full breath out. And then come up onto the knees, press the sit bones back. This is hero's pose. And again, if this is uncomfortable, you can come onto the glutes and just find some comfortable seated position that works better for you. And then just feel the sit bones grounding down onto the heels. Lift the heart up, pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Take another breath here and feel the sit bones connecting to whatever you're sitting on. Take 1 more full round of breath in and out of the body. And then you'll come into table pose, come onto all fours, stack the shoulders right over the wrists and the hips over the knees. And look back to make sure that that the knees are right underneath the hips and you're creating that 90-degree angle. And then you'll pull the navel in towards the spine, reach the crown of the head forward, and on your inhale, reach the heart forward, look up towards the ceiling. When you exhale, you're going to round the back, bring the navel towards the spine and spread the shoulder blades for cat pose. Inhale to lengthen forward, feel the heart push forward, but the tailbone push back at the same time. And then exhale to round. Do that 1 more time. Lengthen the heart forward and reach the tailbone back. And then we're going to pause here. Keep that 90-degree angle with the shoulders and the hips. Step that right foot back. And then you'll just press the ball of the foot onto the floor. Rock and roll forward and backwards here. Now as you take a few breaths here, feel the back of the leg opening up, the calf and the hamstring. And then also feel the foot opening, like any tension that you might be feeling in the center of the foot from maybe not walking around as much. And then now we're going to inhale the heel in line with the hip. Reach the heel as far back as possible, but keep the hip in line with the right, but with the left hip, the right and left hip together. And then the heel is going to stay in line with those hips. Reach the crown of the head forward. Take a big breath in to find length. And then when you exhale, let's round the back and bring the nose towards the knee. Inhale to lengthen forward, reach the heel back, and then exhale again, round the back, bring the nose and the knee towards one another. 1 more time, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round, bring the knee towards the nose. This time, inhale, lengthen. Keep the extension of the foot, point the toe down. Pause here, reach the crown of the head forward. Take 1 more breath in, point the right hip down, and then exhale to bring the foot between the palms. Come into your low lunge. And you can walk the foot forward. You can bring that left knee back if that feels good. And then on your inhale, ground into the right foot, drop the sit bones down, and we'll rise all the way up into a low lunge. Bring the arms right alongside the ears. Reach the fingertips up and then point the tailbone down towards the floor. Take a full breath in, find length through the front of the torso, and take a full breath out to soften. 1 more cycle of breath to settle. And then use the exhale to bring the hands down to the floor. Tuck the left toes under to firm the leg and extend the right leg back next to the left. Find your plank pose. Reach the heels back. Don't dump the hips, but don't let the booty lift up either. Find that long line of energy. Tuck the chin. Reach the crown of the head forward and the shoulder blades back. Take one more full breath here. One more breath in to lengthen. And then use the exhale to see if you can bring the body all the way down at one time. Keep the body flat. Untuck the toes and bring the elbows right underneath the shoulders, Sphinx pose. You'll zipper the feet together, press the tops of the feet onto the floor, and then reach the heart forward. Feel the shoulder blades move down the back, and feel the pubic bone press into the floor, but soften the glutes now. Keep reaching the heart towards the chin. Take one more cycle of breath. And then you'll come onto the knees, press back into child's pose. Bring the sit bones towards the heels. You can have the arms along the sides of the body, or you can bring them or keep them out in front of you, or bring them along the sides of the body, whichever feels more comfortable to you. And then as you take a moment here, close the eyes, bring the forehead down, and then just soften into the pose. Take 2 breaths here. Take one more breath in. Come back into table pose. Stack the shoulders right over the wrists, knees over or underneath the hips. Step the left foot back, come onto the ball of the left foot. And again, just rock and roll forward and backwards so you can feel a stretch in the left glute, the left hamstring, calf, and the bottom of the foot. And then we'll pause, lift the left heel in line with the left hip, reach the heel back, reach the crown of the head forward, and soften the shoulders away from the ears. Pause here, take a full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, you're going to round the back, bring the knee towards the nose. Inhale to lengthen the heel back, heart reaches forward. Exhale to round, knee towards the nose. 2 more times, inhale, find length, crown of the head forward, heel back. Exhale to round, bring the knee towards the nose. This time, inhale, lengthen, pause here. Keep the core engaged, keep the shoulders moving down the back and the toes pointing down. Take one more breath in to find length. And then as you exhale, plant the foot between the palms, engage the core. Take one more breath in to settle. And then when you're ready, you'll inhale to come up into your low lunge on the left side. Keep the heart reaching forward. Hips are facing forward. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling and rotate the pinkies in towards one another. Drop the sit bones down towards the earth. Take one more full breath. Inhale to find length, and then as you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Tuck the right toes under to firm the right leg and extend the left leg back into plank pose. Make sure that the body is nice and long. Reach the crown of the head forward. Reach the heels back. Keep the core engaged. And you'll keep the glutes somewhat engaged, but reach the hips back if you can. One more breath in, pressing the earth away. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the body all the way down to the floor. See if you can do it at one time. Untuck the toes, zipper the feet together. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Now, as you press the elbows into the floor, palms are pressed into the floor. Reach the heart forward, almost like you're trying to lift the heart towards the chin. Tops of the feet are pressed onto the floor to engage the legs. Kneecaps are lifting off the earth. Take another full cycle of breath here. See if you can soften the glutes here. One more round of breath to settle. And then you'll come into table pose and press back into child's pose just for a few breaths to settle. Hands can be in any comfortable position. Take a moment, reconnect back with your breath. Notice if the mind is wandering. Can you stay present for the next few minutes here? Take one more full round of breath. And then we'll rise up, find your plank pose, extend the heels to the back, and press the earth away. Engage the core here. We're only going to be here for a few moments. On your inhale, I want you to lift the right foot and hover the toes off the earth. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward. Keep pressing the earth away with the palms. Keep the left leg firm. Take one more breath in, hovering the right toes, and then exhale to release the toes down. Inhale the left toes to hover the earth. Keep reaching the heart forward. Feel the shoulder blades move down the back. Keep reaching the left heel back. You're pressing into the palms to press the earth away. You're also keeping the right leg engaged. One more breath in. Exhale to release. Take a big breath in and then lift the hips into downward facing dog. Take a few moments to find your foundation. Spread the fingers wide. Press the floor down and forward. Reach the tailbone up to the ceiling. Take 2 breaths here. On your inhale, right leg lifts. Look forward. You're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow and pause. Inhale, extend the foot back up. Exhale to bring the right knee to the nose. Pause. Inhale, extend the foot up. Exhale to cross the right knee over the body towards the left elbow. Pause. And then inhale the foot back up. This time as we exhale, we're planting the foot between the palms. Stay on the ball of the back foot, engage the core. When you're ready, rise up into a high lunge. Arms are right alongside the ears. Core is engaged. Sink into that front foot. Keep the back leg firm. Take 2 breaths here. You can keep the arms where they are, or they can come right into the front, in front of the heart. Take 2 more cycles. 1 more breath in to settle. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Walk into the center so that if you were on a mat, you would parallel the feet to the short edges of the mat. And then now bring the heels in, sink into the sit bones, and come up into a squat. You can start with the hands at the thighs, or you can bring the hands right away to the heart. Drop the sit bones as deep as you can. Try and find that 90-degree angle with the hips and the thighs, and then close the eyes here. Take a few breaths. Maybe put a smile on your face as you sink a little bit deeper. Take 1 more full round of breath. And then you'll release the hands. You're going to straighten the legs. Walk all the way over towards the back if you were at the back of the mat. Press into the palms. Step into plank pose. Pause and plank pose. Take a full cycle of breath. Big breath in. And then lift the hips on your exhale, downward facing dog. You just have 1 more side left. Take a full cycle of breath to settle. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Look forward. Bring the left knee towards the left elbow. Pause. Inhale, extend the foot up. As you exhale, bring the left knee towards the nose. Pause. Inhale, extend the foot up. As you exhale, we're crossing the knee over the body towards the right elbow. Pause. Inhale the foot back up. Now as you exhale, this time we're planting the foot between the palms. Come up onto the fingertips, reach the heart forward. And then when you're ready, your inhale will bring you into high lunge. So we should be on the opposite side, left foot forward. Reach the fingertips up, soften the shoulder blades down the back. Take a few breaths. Take one more breath in to lengthen the fingertips up. When you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Walk the hands into center. Find your squat pose so you'll have the heels come in and the toes point out. And then drop the sit bones and come up to whatever feels comfortable. So maybe you have the hands starting at the thighs, and that's really good, but make sure you just don't dump the weight and start slumping here. And as you drop the sit bones a little bit deeper, bring the hands together in front of the heart now if you can. Close the eyes. See if you can let the sit bones drop to the floor, but pull the knees out towards the pinky toes. Take one more full breath. And then you'll release the hands all the way down to the floor, straighten the legs, and then begin to walk now back to where you were at the front. Press into the palms. Left leg is firm. Extend the right leg back for plank pose. Keep pressing the earth away. Take one more breath in. And let's drop the knees. Find your child's pose. You can stack the palms if that feels good. You can bring the arms along the sides of the body. But do something that feels good to you so you can connect back to the present moment and reconnect back with your breath. Feel the shoulder blades move away from the back of the head. Feel the sit bones get heavier onto the heels. Take another full cycle of breath in and out. And then you'll rise all the way up. Come forward so you can tuck all of the toes. I think this one is so important. It's why I always incorporate it into our classes, because we forget to stretch the bottoms of the feet. So as you sit onto the toes, can you let the sit bones get heavy onto the heels? Palms will be onto the thighs. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back so you lift through the center of the heart. Crown of the head is lengthening up towards the ceiling. Take one more full cycle of breath here, letting the sit bones get really heavy onto the heels. And then you'll come off to the side. Bring the feet out in front of you. Soles of the feet together. Ground the sit bones into the floor. You might need to rock from side to side. And then find that pose that feels good to you. So you can keep the back flat today, or you can round the back if that feels better, kind of hollowing out the chest. And wherever you are, I want you to feel the heart coming towards the toes. So lengthen the spine. Feel the shoulder blades move down the back. Feel the sit bones grounding into the floor. One more full breath. And then rise up. Bring the knees together, extend the legs out. Cross the right leg over the left. You can hug the right arm or the right leg with the left arm, or you can bring the elbow all the way over. Right hand comes behind the body to keep the heart lifted. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist and gaze over the back shoulder. Keep pulling the navel towards the spine. Lift up through the chest. Take one more full cycle of breath. Inhale to unwind, and we'll switch legs. Bring the left leg over the right. You'll twist to hug the left leg with the right arm or bring the elbow all the way over the leg. Left arm is behind the body to lift the heart. Keep that right leg firm. Now as you exhale, you'll twist and gaze over the left shoulder. Take 2 more breaths. Soften the collarbone from the ear. 1 more full cycle. Use your inhale to unwind. You'll cross at the ankles. I want you to roll over the ankles and come into table pose. Tuck the toes, begin to press up into a standing forward fold. You can have the feet hip-width distance apart, grab onto opposite elbows. Feel the sit bones pushing up towards the ceiling. Roll the heart closer towards the thighs. Take a few breaths here. You can sway from side to side. Take 1 more cycle of breath. Drop the shoulders away from the back of the head. And then you're going to bring the toes together, big toes to touch, or keep the feet right underneath the hips. On your inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Reach the heart forward. Tailbone pushes back. And then exhale to fold forward. This time you're going to bend the knees, push the sit bones back, and bring the arms right alongside the ears for chair pose. Drop the sit bones as far back as possible. Tuck the chin so that the back of the neck is long. Keep the core engaged. Keep reaching the booty back. Take 1 more full breath in and a full breath out. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Inhale to come to standing. Close the eyes. Feel the thumbs press into the heart. Feel the feet press into the floor and the crown of the head get taller towards the ceiling. Take a full cycle of breath here to settle. You will blink the eyes open. I hope that you have a present day throughout your entire day and you stay focused. I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.